Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Los Angeles Angels. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Los Angeles Angels.
Just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Grayson Rodriguez.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. In time to get him, 1 away in the strikeout. Here is Freddie Freeman. That gets by him.
Everything came together for him. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it down.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. The 2-2 on the way. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Some high G's for strike 3.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And that one is in the dirt. Ball 2. And misses inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 outs. And a base hit into right center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2.
Ball 2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Full count.
Max Muncy would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two on, 2 outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. And we're back. And towing the slab in this one, Roki Sasaki. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Hit center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Mike Trout. There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And next for the Angels, Nolan Schanuel. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 outs, base is empty. Look out! And it hit him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Jorge Soler up at the plate. On the ground to third. They get the force. That's the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. Back here at Angel Stadium, here comes Max Muncy.
Number 13, Max Muncy.
Right through there for a strike. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Inside. Now 2-2. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Missed with a changeup and a full count now. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now a great back and forth and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
At the plate, Dalton Rushing. Tap back up the middle. There's one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Sends it to first. He's out. That's out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here is Moncada.
Ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one clips the corner.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The 2-2. Swings and misses. Gassed it right by him.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Here's Joe Adele. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
Full count.
And he deals. That one is absolutely belted. Tucker going back. Way back. Out of here. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. The Angels on the board first. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Now, Josh Lowe. And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
And the batter now, Logan O'Hoppe. And that one is inside. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swings and misses. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Halos strike first with the solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Hae-Sung Kim. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Here's Freddie Freeman now. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
1 strike.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. That's to third. Throws to first, and Freeman is retired. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back in Anaheim as we go to the last of the third. Here's Adam Frazier. In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter, number 9.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
Nobody out, runner at first. There's a strike. Oh, great stop from his backside. Wanted second to first. Double play. Nicely done.
Well, off the bat, we thought that was going to be a single, not a double play. Just a great job. Dives, knocks it down, feeds it to the second baseman, and a nice turn around the bag. Really great job by those two.
And now batting, Mike Trout. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Angels go quietly there. They lead it 1-0. And we're back. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Breaking ball misses down and away.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there's one down.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
There's a high chopper. Throws to first in time, and Tucker is retired. Teoscar Hernandez, the next to hit. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Headed down the line. Low, in and to his right. And that'll do it. Bottom 4, and here is Nolan Schanuel. And that misses. And now 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here. Rolled to short, could be 2. Whips it across. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
Here comes Yoan Moncada. Man at second.
Ball.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Hernandez settles underneath it. Makes the catch. 2 away. So digging in, Joe Adell. That one fouled off. 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That's off the inside corner. And now it's filled up 3-2. Josh Lowe up next for the Angels. So now 3-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Angels strand one, but they lead it 1-0. Ready now for the fifth inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. Ball and a strike, and there's a foul ball. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Ohapi collects, fires to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Dalton rushing, digs in now. One down, base is empty. Tap foul at the plate. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one ripped, and a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the second inning. So up next, Miguel Rojas. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1-2.
The shortstop takes the ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Drops into the glove, 2 away now.
Number 6.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And now 1-2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Rushing off of first with 2 away. Gets a piece and stays alive. And it stays fair. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up. He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Two on, 2 outs. Got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Josh Lowe. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now batting the catcher.
Here's the speedy catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
1-2 here. Popped up. Freeman under it. One away.
Now batting the second baseman,
Adam Frazier, the next to hit for the Angels. Sasaki throws to first. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Grounded to third. Could be two. Slinging it to first in time.
The center fielder, number 27.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
That's down.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Next offering upstairs.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
2 outs. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. They must be going crazy in the dugout. It's 4-0.
Who doesn't love watching Mike Trout smash home runs? His swing just sounds different. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout. And number 63 on the pitch out of the pen here.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So 2 down. Nolan Shanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. 2 gone. Bases empty, but 3 runs across. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a bouncer. Throw on to Freeman, and the inning is over. Angels add 3 on this blast. It's now a 4-0 ball game. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 70.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And a 1-1. Just missed. Action in the pen down there. Brent Suter getting ready to go. Silson getting cranked up as well. The 2-1.
Ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Fought off foul. And down on strikes he goes, and 1 gone.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Frazier on the move. Can't get there. It gets down. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Just missed. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Man at first, 1 away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Quick feed to second for 1, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. Here comes that funky Muncy to the plate. Runners on first and third, 2 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one misses. 3-1. Dalton rushing, waiting to bat for the Dodgers. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And they're all loaded up.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Dalton rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The Dodgers threatening. Swings and misses. And the count is 1-2.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, and try to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. And the Dodgers leave him loaded. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here at Angel Stadium, bottom of the 6th inning. And now Jorge Soler. And that's down and away.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
No.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Edgardo Henriquez looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Trinan warming up as well. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Full count.
3-2. Payoff pitch. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 2 down.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And next for the Angels, Joe Adele. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's way high. And it's 2-1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Josh Lowe, the next to hit for the Angels. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Two outs, and one in scoring position. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a ground ball, and that goes foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Adele on at second with 2 down.
Full count.
And that one is lifted in the air. Hernandez ranging after it. That is the inning. Angels leave one, but they're in front 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Miguel Rojas. Next pitch, not close, up high. And it's fouled away. Right back to him on the mound. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Hye-Sung Kim will hit next. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Impressive backhand stop, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take that extra step, which could have cost him. But Good job to make sure he got a good handle on it, and he got off a good, strong throw to still get the out.
2 outs, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Ball.
Next pitch misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. The Halos leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch
Ball.
misses inside. 3-1 now. Freddie Freeman in the on deck circle. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Shohei Ohtani goes deep, and they cut into the deficit. It's 4-1.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Here comes the skipper, and Ryan Sefferjon comes on now.
Number 56.
2 outs, nobody on. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. That one off the mark. 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Ground ball right
That's
side,
foul.
and it goes just foul. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Now it's 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a miss. Handcuffed him with that slider. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 4-1. Back after this on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Edgardo Henriquez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. And that's a little bit high. And a count 2-1. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw on to Freeman. Out. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, second baseman, Adam Frazier.
And next for the Angels, Adam Frazier.
This is my grind, it's what I'm committed to. If it don't sound good, maybe it ain't for you. You want the starter.
That one not close. 2-1. 1 out, base is empty. And that one hammered way back there. Gone! A gigantic blast. It's 5-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Back to the top of the order. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Zach Neto. That one at triple digits. This one's smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add on. It's 6-1.
Back-to-back home runs, and now this place is really rocking. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Bird. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Blake Trinan gets the ball now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swing and a
One
miss.
ball, 2 strikes.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Whips it to first.
He's out.
2 away.
Now batting, first baseman.
2 down, base is empty. Nolan Shotwell, the next to hit for the Angels. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 32.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
So digging in, Andy Pajes.
Ball. No, that's
Action
it.
in the Angels bullpen. Brent Suter, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
1 down, base is empty. On the corner for a strike. Got him. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Dodgers down in order. They trail it 6-1. Back in Anaheim, out of the bottom of the 8th, digging in, Jorge Soler. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Stays alive. The 1-2. Chopped left side. Gets it to first.
That's an out.
One up, one down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Moncada.
And now Yohan Moncada. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and misses. Yeah, the count 1-2.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Ball. 2-2.
Outside. Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
That one missed. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 7-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 away with nobody on. Here's the left fielder, Josh Lowe. This one in the air. Muncy makes the catch, inning over. But the Angels add to the lead on this solo blast. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Next offering is in for a strike. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Out towards left center. Lowe has it sized up. That's out number 2.
Never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, dude. And
Big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. This could end it. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That one's deep. He's got it. Ball game. And the Angels take this one in a blowout.
When you hit 5 balls out of the yard, you expect to win. Some teams live and die by the long ball. Today, these 5 homers, they really led them to victory.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.